Hello everyone, welcome to today's Yin Yoga for Surfers. In Yin, we're going to hold our positions for a bit longer than your usual flow, so it's going to be a nice deep stretch. So we're going to come to a seated position in the center of our mats, put your left hand on your belly, your right hand on your heart, and you're going to inhale in 3 parts. So you inhale a bit of breath, feel your belly rise. Inhale a bit more, feel your ribs rise, and inhale fully and feel your chest rise. And we'll exhale the exact opposite way, so your chest softens, your ribs soften, and your belly softens. And we're just going to repeat this a few times. So inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, belly, ribs. You can go ahead and do this on your own time for a little bit. And take the deepest breath you've taken all day. No need for the 3-part, just the deepest breath. And let it out. And we're going to move into our first pose for the day, which is cat pulling its tail. So you're going to lay on your left side, resting your head on your arm. And you can go ahead and straighten out into the center of your mat. And you're going to take your bottom leg, bend it, and then use your top arm to reach back and grab your foot. And then, if that feels nice for you, you can stay here. But if you want to deepen the stretch a little bit, you can bring that top leg and scoot it forward, so you're kind of at an angle with your legs. And if your body is still asking for a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and lower your top shoulder down to the ground, so you're kind of laying on your upper back. And this can target your back a little bit more, which can be really nice after days of long paddles. And we'll be resting here for a moment, so take your time settling into this pose. There's no right way to do it, just do what your body's asking for. And as you're ready, you can go ahead and bring that shoulder back up, your top leg back to the center, and release your ankle. And just lay on your side for a second. You can lay on your back and grab your knees and hug them really tight. Bring your head in, hug yourself so tight. Counter all that twisting and bending we just did. Go ahead and release your knees, and then roll onto the opposite side, and we'll do the same thing, cat pulling its tail. So rest your head on your bottom arm, and then you'll go ahead and bend that bottom leg, grab it with your top arm, and then you can bring that front leg forward if you so wish right now, and you can also bring that shoulder down to the ground if you wish, but take your time. We'll be here for another few minutes. Okay, so slowly, very slowly, we'll make our way back. So bringing that front forward, back, our shoulder up, releasing our ankle, laying on our side for a moment before we take in our knees and we hug ourselves tight once more. We'll release the top part of our body onto the ground, keeping our knees up, and then bringing them over towards our right elbow. We want to keep that left shoulder planted down on the ground. That's the most important part. It's more important that your shoulder is on the ground rather than your knees. But if you wish to bring your knees closer to the ground as well, you can go ahead and push it down with your right arm. Just make sure that you're not sacrificing your shoulder being planted on the ground to do that. very slowly, you can bring your knees back up to the center and hug them in tight one more time. And then we'll release our back and arms again and bring them to our left elbow this time, keeping that right arm firmly planted on the ground. And if you like, you can push your knee down with your left elbow, as long as you're not sacrificing the right shoulder on the ground. And as you are ready, you can go ahead and slowly roll over to your side into a fetal position. And just enjoy resting here for a moment. Very gently, you can go ahead and roll onto your stomach. And rest here for a second before reaching your palms out and lifting up into your seal pose. So you don't want to go full intensity. If you wish, you can start on your forearms in your sphinx pose and work your way up to your seal as you're ready. We'll have another few minutes here, so take your time, rest. When you feel ready, you can go ahead and lower yourself down to the ground, and you can push up through your palms into your child's pose. From here, we're going to reach our hands forward and shift our weight so that we're really stretching into our upper back and shoulders, into our melting heart pose. And this is another one we should be easing into. So we never want to start at full intensity because we have so much time for gravity to just bring us down. We don't need to strain ourselves. That's never the goal. If you're in pain, then you should ease off. And if you're feeling ready, you can go ahead and transfer your weight forward, coming onto your knees, your elbows, then your hands. And we'll do a couple rounds of cat-cow. So as you inhale, you arch the back, exhale, arching it the opposite way, like a cat. And then inhale and exhale. And just move how your body's asking you to move right now. And we'll go ahead and reach our right arm up to the sky for our thread the needle. So reach that arm between your arm and your body and straighten that other arm as much as you can and relax into this nice upper body stretch. We'll very gently ease out of this, bringing our arm back and lifting up to our hands and knees for a couple more rounds of cat-cow. Once you're ready, you can go ahead and reach your opposite arm up to the sky and do the exact same thing. Thread it between your body and your arm. And once more, take your time. go ahead and gently bring yourself out of this pose, coming onto your forearms and then your hands and knees, and doing a little bit more cat-cow, twisting around however feels good for you right now. And when you're ready, you can lean back into a child's pose. And from the child's pose, you can come onto your forearms and then to lay on your stomach just for a moment to rest. And then we'll turn around onto our backs. Stretch your legs out, turn your palms open towards the sky, and close your eyes for our final resting pose, shavasana. Very, very gently, you can go ahead and roll onto your right side and curl into your fetal position. We'll rest here for another moment. as you're ready, you can go ahead and bring yourself into a seated position. And we're going to close by coming back to our Durga Pranayama, our 3-part breath. So right hand on the heart, left hand on your belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Continue on your own time for another few moments. We can go ahead and release our hands, and we'll swoop them up above our heads to meet by the palms and bring them down to our heart into Anjali Mudra. Once again, sweeping the palms. Exhale, bringing all that good energy into us. And we bow to seal the practice. Namaste.